must protect ourselves from outsiders, but not with violence. No. We must remain calm and tranquil in the face of danger. We must practice meditation and yoga to strengthen our minds and bodies, to be at peace with ourselves and with the world around us. But make no mistake, my friends. We cannot be soft. We cannot be weak. We must be strong and resolute. For there are those who would seek to destroy us. We must be vigilant and prepared to defend ourselves. But we must do so with a clear mind and a pure heart. We must not let fear and anger consume us, for that is not the way. We must be the example for others to follow, to show them that there is a better way. Remember, my friends, we are all connected. We are all part of the same tree of life, and we must treat each other with respect and kindness. We must be the caretakers of this land, to protect it and preserve it for future generations. Together, we can create a world where the trees and the animals thrive, where peace and tranquility reign. Let us be the change we wish to see in the world. Well, well, well. Look who's come to visit old Gordon. What brings you here, my friend? Well, my friend, I'm a mutant. A tree man. A mutant with the ability to move and communicate like a human. It's not exactly a common sight, but I like to think I make the wasteland a little more interesting. May I inquire as to what has brought you to our humble settlement? That's very kind of you. But we're doing all right for the most part. We have enough food and water to get by, and we've even managed to build some defenses to keep the hooligans and mutants at bay. Of course, there's always room for improvement, but we're managing. Actually, now that you mention it, there is one thing you could help us with. We've been having some trouble with a group of dryads that have been harassing our followers on the road. If you could take care of them, we'd be very grateful. I have no idea why they've been getting so aggressive. They usually leave us be. They tend to hang around the other end of the airport. It's a dangerous place to be, but that's where they've been spotted the most. Dryads are people infected by bug plants, those brown things. They release some form of toxic pollen particles that infect everyone and slowly turn them into dryads. It's horrible, friend. The process is slow and painful, but once fully transformed, the dryads become one with the forest. A dryad has a deep connection with nature and the ability to control and manipulate plant life. Not everyone infected by the bug plant becomes a dryad, though. Some simply die from the infection or become something else entirely. It's a strange and unpredictable process, but one that has been a part of the wasteland for as long as anyone can remember. Caused by that Gek explosion. Well, there are a few things you can do. First of all, just try to avoid areas where the bug plants live. They usually prefer damp and dark places, like tree canopies and underground tunnels. Secondly, wear a mask or cover your mouth and nose when you're in areas where the bug plants are active. And finally, if you suspect that you've been infected, seek medical attention immediately. There may not be a cure, but there are treatments that can slow down the progression of the infection and give you more time. What, you never seen a walking, talking tree before? I thought it was all the rage these days. But in all seriousness, I'm a tree man, my friend. Some form of mutant. It's a long story, but I'm happy to tell you, if you're interested. May I inquire as... That's very kind of you. Of course, there's all... Actually, if you could take... That's very kind of you. I appreciate your willingness to help, whether you agree with the mission or not. If you take care of these dryads, you'll make the area safer for everyone. Thank you for agreeing to help, my young friend. It's not every day that a stranger wishes to offer their assistance. May nature bless you. Welcome back, my friend. I wasn't expecting you so soon. Have you come back to bask in the glory of our humble settlement? Already? I must admit, I wasn't expecting you to succeed so quickly. How did you manage it? Wait, I don't want to know. Dealing with anything is against our code. But I also understand that needs must. The followers' safety is important. Thank you, though. It's good news either way. We can't have them preying on our people like that. Yeah, take this as a token of my appreciation. I must say, I am sad to see those Dryads go. I always considered them like my kin. Aggressive kin, but kin. But I knew they had to be dealt with one day. But that's what troubles me. The aggression. They were never normally that bad. Something has changed. You see, there is a laboratory below our settlement, where I was mutated into this form. I fear that something has happened down there. Something that has caused the Dryads to act out of character. May I ask for your help again, my friend? I need you to go down there and investigate. I apologize for the lengthy story I'm about to give, my friend. But I believe it's important to understand the history of our settlement and the events that have led up to the current situation. I was there when the issues started. My partner and I. We both worked for the Ministry of Information. We had agreed to work on a project designed to help the war effort. We had spent long hours in the lab with the sole goal of trying to reverse engineer a Garden of Eden creation kit that the government had found, confiscated from the Americans. We worked together in the lab for years, experimenting with the Garden of Eden creation kit. We were so close. Not just as colleagues, but as partners, in every sense of the word. But then, the unthinkable happened. The project went terribly wrong, and the kit exploded. I was turned into a tree, and my love, he didn't make it. I miss him so much. Every day, I feel like a part of me is missing. But I know he would want me to carry on, to keep living, and to keep fighting for what we believed in. That's why I need your help to uncover the truth about what really happened in that lab. While I don't think that my partner's death and the explosion are what is causing the Dryads to turn more hostile, something has clearly changed in their environment. And since I believe the lab is the cause of it, it's the most logical place to start. I'll do whatever it takes to find out, to get to the bottom of this, and find out what really happened. It's a device used to create a lush and fertile environment, capable of sustaining plant and animal life, even in the harshest of conditions. Unfortunately, it can also be extremely dangerous if used improperly. I need you to go to the lab and see if you can find any clues as to what's causing the Dryads to get so aggressive. I fear the worst. Anything you need to know, I will answer. It was a terrible day. My partner and I were working in the lab, trying to reverse engineer the Gek. We knew the risks, but we believed that the potential benefits were worth it. The Gek was unstable, and we knew that there was a chance that something bad could happen. But we never expected it to be as catastrophic as it was. It's hard to say for certain. We were experimenting with the Gek in ways that had never been done before. It's possible that we made a mistake somewhere along the way. Or maybe it was just a freak accident. It's also possible someone else was involved. Some form of sabotage. We were keeping our work under wraps, but there were always rumors circulating about what we were doing. And of course, there are always those who would prefer to see the world remain as it is, rather than taking a chance on something new. It's entirely possible that it was someone who didn't want us to succeed in our work, but I'll never know for sure. Maybe it was us. Maybe it was them. Ultimately, it's irrelevant. The result is the same. He was closest to the device when it exploded. I hardly managed to get out myself. It was the last time I saw him. It's possible that it was destroyed in the explosion, but it's also possible that someone took it. If you come across any information about the Gek, please let me know. Thank you, my friend. It would mean a lot to me to finally have some closure on this matter. I'm sorry to say, but there's no cure for what happened to me. The transformation is irreversible. Well, there are certain remedies that can help ease the physical discomforts of being a tree man, but they're only temporary measures. As for slowing down the process, there's no surefire way to do that either. It's just something I've learned to live with, as best I can. Great news. Thank you for your assistance, young one.
Processing scan. Welcome back, Agent. Scanning complete.
traveler. I sense that you have come seeking answers. Gordon's alive! I have spent many years in this state, unable to move or communicate with anyone, until you found me. It has been a lonely existence, but I have always held on to the hope that one day Gordon would come and find me. Are you saying that is actually possible? Love is a powerful force that connects us to one another. It is what gives our lives meaning and purpose. Without love, we would be lost, wandering aimlessly through this world. Love brings us joy, happiness, and fulfillment. It is the foundation of all human relationships. And it is what makes life worth living. But if Gordon seeks out the answers to such a simple question, I can aid you. A signal alarm came through the Pindar from another when a self-destruction alert was triggered. It caused the local security system here to go on high alert and interrupted the synapse between the Dryads and myself. As you can see, I've become a synapse tree due to the Gek growing out of me. Much like how I am now one with the Gek, it seems I've also become one with the Dryads. The fix to their agitation is so easy. A simple flipped switch will cease the alarm. Then we can all return to the peace from which we came. Good. I can see why Gordon invested so much trust in you. It will be a long time before I can properly reconnect my synapse and aid in the restoration of peace with the Dryads. However, we are on the right path, and with patience and determination, we will achieve it. I know that Gordon is out there somewhere, and I am grateful that you have found him. Please Tell him that I love him, and that I will always be with him. Even in this form. If Gordon is alive, I can only assume that he shares my fate. I understand now why he never came to look for me. I can control the power of the Gek. Now I know he exists. I can delay its power so he may visit. Please, tell him this. Until we meet again, be safe and journey on. Remember, traveler, that everything in this world is connected. We are all part of a greater whole, and our actions have consequences that ripple through the universe. Choose your path carefully, and always strive to do what is right.
I can't believe you managed to open that door. I've been trying for years. Did you discover the cause of the Triad's aggression? Synapse tree? What are you talking about? Wait, what aren't you telling me? What? Is he alive? Where is he? Thank you for telling me. I never thought I'd see him again, let alone in that form. I have to see him, no matter the risk. I'm in shock, friend. I've been searching for him for so long. I don't care what he's become. He's still my partner. But a tree, that's unexpected. I never thought it was possible for anyone else to be like me. But to be static and unable to move. Still, he's alive, and that's all that matters. Thank you for finding him. You have done me a great service. I must see him, even if it means risking my own mutation. I'll figure out a way to get in the lab. Come back in a few days. I need to prepare to see him. I will have something for you as well.
More bodies getting shot done never hurt anything.